You saw the title and you either said hell no or you agreed wholeheartedly. Well, that's exactly the reaction the drama DOONA ended up getting from the viewers when it dropped on October 20th on Netflix. K-drama fans were hyped up for the drama for a very long time. It was announced in 2022 that the webtoon The Girl Downstairs was being adapted into a series, and fans were over the moon with the news. The drama was in the works and the production started to cast actors. Due to the webtoon being extremely successful, there was a lot of pressure to cast big names who would embody the essence of the characters perfectly. Well, this was seemingly done when it was revealed that Suzy would be taking the main female role and that Jong was cast as the male lead, which marked his first drama role since his military service. Therefore, it was a big comeback for him to the industry. The hype was going strong, and it got even better when Netflix dropped the first few stills from the drama and then when they released the trailers for it. Everything looked great, it seemed fresh, the storyline looked promising, Suzy was playing an edgy character with a straightforward attitude, and the cinematography looked absolutely stunning. And then the drama dropped and the rose-colored glasses fell off. To make it clear before we get any further, the drama wasn't a disaster, but it was extremely disappointing when we think about how good it could have turned out if some of its aspects were more developed. As soon as the drama dropped on Friday, it took viewers only a few hours to start leaving negative comments on online forums. Many of the comments shared the same sentiment, and that was that they dropped it after 2 or 3 episodes, and some didn't even get past the first one. If you wonder why, the answer is simple. According to the people who left negative comments, the writing of the drama was so dull and boring that there was a lack of substance that would keep the viewers interested. Basically, it seemed like the writers and director had no clue what they tried to do and where the drama was going. One disappointed user wrote, "Sadly, I dropped. I couldn't go past 2 episodes. Director doesn't have a clear vision at all. What is he trying to convey? You look at the scenes and then you will feel nothing at all. Writing is vague and not convincing enough." And another one was even more straightforward, saying, "The writing is bad, so I don't blame the leads for not being able to save this." People voiced their opinions loudly, as many wrote that the writing in some of the recent dramas is sincerely horrible, and it's not just DOONA that lacks in this department. For example, one viewer made a post in which they compared recent K-dramas to hits from 2016. Their reaction read, "What happened to the writing in K-dramas? Where did all the best writers go? The ones who could craft addictive stories like the ones from 2016 and earlier? It's like the writing is so much about speed and quantity over quality now." It's difficult to say what happened to the writing of K-dramas. We can argue that there are some truly amazing dramas that came out in the past few years. It's also not fair to claim, as many people did, that Netflix is responsible for the recent dramas flopping. Many great dramas aired on Netflix in the past few years, be it The Glory, Mask Girl, or even Extraordinary Attorney Woo. Plus, Netflix made dramas much more accessible to the Western audience. What's probably happening here is that the production companies decided to release dozens of dramas every year and make only a few of them truly worth it. The rest are just fillers to pass the time. But this theory doesn't apply to DOONA because this drama was supposed to be one of the biggest of this year, and it was definitely one of the most anticipated ones. In the first episode of the drama, Suzy barely speaks, and the plot is pretty much driven by Jong's character, who is a college student. People had a lot to say about his acting in the drama because it seems like there has been no improvement from his previous work. According to many viewers, the character he plays in DOONA is pretty much the same one that he played in 30 but 17, and therefore it doesn't show his improvement as an actor. What's more, to most viewers, the actions of his character seemed extremely cringy and unrealistic. His lines left people wondering if they were written in such a bad way or if it was his delivery that made them sound so weird. A user wrote, "I don't know if this is how Jong always acts, but he is the same here as he was in 30 but 17. I wonder if what makes both his characters so boring and unappealing is the script, or is it the way he acts? It's a shame because he is actually really good looking." Others also pointed out that his acting in the drama Temperature of Love was much better than what he showcased in DOONA. Someone said that in this drama he was almost not present. Why this might have happened is a mystery, but there are a few theories. First, the script might have been so bad that not even he could deliver the lines appropriately. Second, the way he acts is simply not that good, and he needs to work on delivering romantic lines and working on with scripts. And lastly, he and Suzy probably just didn't click well. This is actually one of the points that drew attention of viewers even before the drama aired. During a press conference where they introduced the drama, Suzy and Jong seemed to lack chemistry. It seemed like they weren't super comfortable around each other, and Jong wasn't interacting with her well. The same can be applied to Suzy. She's infamous for having a lack of chemistry with her male co-stars in dramas. People keep complaining about her on-screen chemistry with Nam Joo-hyuk in Startup and also in her previous dramas. On the other hand, there were people who thought that Jong and Suzy looked good together both on-screen and off-screen. However, it's difficult to say whether the majority of people felt the same way about it. We've already mentioned mention that Sejong's acting raised quite a few eyebrows, but he wasn't the only one whose performance received backlash. Suzy was also on the receiving end of many complaints, and it left many people wondering what actually happened. Although her fans came to her defense and many viewers wrote comments that they didn't understand why the main leads were receiving backlash for their acting, there were still a lot of negative reviews that complained about her performance. According to some, Suzy's acting hasn't improved even a little bit since her first K-drama that aired in 2011. In our opinion, that's quite a stretch, but it must be said that her performance in DOONA wasn't her best. It's probably a general consensus that Suzy's best acting gig was the miniseries Anna. It truly showed her in a completely different light, as it was a bold role to take on and she was challenged as an actress. Due to that drama, many people thought that this would be the path Suzy would take in the future as well, and that she would try to establish herself more as a serious actress rather than a rom-com icon. There's nothing wrong with starring in rom-coms, but due to the roles in them being so awfully similar, it often happens that actors lose their essence and people lose their interest in them as a result, since every role seems the same. When DOONA was announced and teased, it seemed like the character was a perfect fit for Suzy. She's had years of experience as a K-pop idol, she knew the struggles and downsides of the stardom, and she could pull off the edgy look that DOONA was going for. But unfortunately, something seemed off about her to many viewers. It's difficult to say whether it was again the on-screen chemistry that was lacking, or if it was the way the drama was written. Many of the silent moments in the drama were around Suzy, and it didn't help to push the viewers to watch more of it. Despite all the negativity, one of the most talked about features of the drama was its ending, and let's just say, it's not a popular one. Since it's doubtful that DOONA would get another season, many viewers complained that the ending felt too open and that they didn't get the satisfaction from the drama. And we can agree to some extent. If you are watching a drama that is not fast-paced and lacks interesting elements, you at least expect to get a proper ending that will wrap up the story nicely. Well, that didn't really happen in DOONA. Truth be told, the ending was already being discussed prior to the drama release. Those who read the original webtoon kept saying that they hope that the drama will change the ending because even readers ended up not being satisfied with it. That being said, the drama has caused a lot of commotion online, but it's both good and bad. A good side of it all is that people will give it a try and they can judge for themselves whether they liked it or not. While there are many negative reviews in the comments, the current rating on my drama list as of October 22nd is 8 stars, which is good. As usual, the rating on IMDb is much less and it currently stands at 7.3 stars. DOONA's great feature is its cinematography, as the scenes are beautifully filmed. There's a lot of attention paid to weather and the light work. The environment and set were also nicely done and gave us the typical K-drama feels that we expected. To wrap it up, it seems like DOONA failed to attract new viewers who would fall for the K-drama world. Instead, it helped to satisfy the needs of hardcore K-drama fans who are into rom-coms and melodramas. How do you feel about DOONA and all the negative reviews it's been receiving? Share your thoughts in the comments, and thank you for watching.